Good morning. Hello, Miriam.
Good morning, Tim.
How are you?
Hi, how are you? Yeah, I'm fine, and thank you. And you?
Yes, absolutely splendid. And we're coming together for an introduction to the exciting project that we've had going on for quite a while now and has now actually come to fruition.
Yes, it is. And we are so excited that it's now in physical hands for us. Can show it if you haven't seen them yet. We are so proud of our heart project. I call it Heart and Soul Project. That is for me. Thank you for inviting me this morning, Tim,
Oh,
and
my
talking a little
pleasure.
bit
My pleasure.
about it.
Well, the card deck, your inner light forge. I mean, it's one thing that's amazed me about this is that it was actually born a remarkably short time ago, in comparison to a lot of projects like this. I think you actually spoke to me about this in November, having I'd just come back from Hamburg from that amazing workshop that you organized for me in November last year and just proposed that you had this idea for a card deck. It was such an amazing project with such beautiful energy that was put into it. And when you first proposed it to me, my immediate answer was like, "Oh my God, I've got too much on. How can I possibly kind of bring this into fruition?" But the work that you and your team has put into it to make it all happen so quickly, it's been smooth, it's been easy-ish, say that in inverted commas, as easy as something possibly can be to achieve in such a short space of time. And lo and behold, we have this in our hands together at this moment in time. We're meeting in Glastonbury on Saturday, the 25th, in Vivian of Lorient, the artist shop, for a grand opening. So that's going
Yeah.
to be it. That will be Champagne Day official. Everything's kind of going live. And for those of you that are waiting for your cards at the moment, patiently or otherwise, they are going to be heading out at the kind of the latter end of this week. So that's the formal side over and done with. So that really is how the cards came about. It was just an amazing idea that has suddenly, using the flow of creation that is obviously being very backed from the universe to actually bring this into by the time I came to Hamburg for the second time in April, literally as on the weekend of that incredible lunar eclipse, we had the artwork, we had the cards in beta format, we were ready to rock and roll. So it's been incredible. It really has.
Yes, and it was incredible to bring all the energies together on your workshop. We haven't planned this in advance. We didn't know that we meet all together in Hamburg with all the artwork and the artist.
Yeah.
And yes, everything went smoothly and guided. We cannot describe it another way. Only knew that it has to be 44 cards. It has to be Ascension.
Yeah.
It has to be content from the heavenly realms. There were exactly the dragons were there, the Elohims. What is the light forging now? What are we forging? We are forging our soul light and everything together. And this is the forge, as you want to know. 44 themes or topics or content we co-created, and we only knew there has to be some artists for us that can bring the magic we wanted to bring into life. And then there came the idea to ask a friend of mine, the wonderful artist Vivian of Lorient, who lives in Glastonbury and creates for more than 30 years cards on her own and her artwork. And I know she is not only an artist, she is a medium and a psychic and so much more. I had a very close connection to the fairy on the elemental realm. And
Yeah.
that's what is really special about this energy card box. We brought together our ascension working concept, yours and mine. I work as well for multiple years in the same area as you. And Vivian brought the elemental realm into they are portals, the images. not only a beautiful picture with beautiful color and artwork, they are literally portals to bring through different energies. Can be overwhelmed from some of the cards sometimes, but they work with you, you know. You don't have to study them. They are only there and work with your energy. That's something really special.
That's a beautiful description of them, Miriam. Thank you for that. I mean, that segues very nicely into how can these cards assist you on your ascension journey? How do you use them? Because obviously there are cards for every subject out there at this moment. And the one thing that we were very specific about when we created those, that these are going to be different. They are an extremely powerful and very special set of cards. And I particularly liked what Vivian said about them and the message that she'd received when she was co-creating with us about that these cards are only just really beginning to start the journey of ascension assistance. So when we use them, they're not just your average oracle deck. Each card, like you say, is an incredibly powerful portal, takes you into a different state, a dimensional space, the frequency of the card, the visual, the description, and also we've managed to include very powerful invocations and energy work with each card. So the ascension assistance that you can receive from this deck is its top level. You can use them on a daily basis to advance as fast or as slowly along your ascension pathway as you want. A lot of us are feeling very pushed at the moment by what we're doing. We're feeling like maybe we're kind of like being dunked into the deep end. These cards are an opportunity to kind of pause everything that's going on and just go into a specific journey. You can journey with one card for an indefinite period of time as long as you want to use that energy, that particular message, the kind of the curriculum that goes along with the card. It's kind of almost like an indefinite journey that is down to the discernment of the reader. So that's what I love the most about them, that it's the way in which they can be used is multifaceted. They're not just for telling you what to do on a daily basis. You know, like, what do I do? Where do I go? Do I make this decision or that decision? They are as much assistance or as little assistance as you want to use them for.
Exactly. You can use it as a beginner on your spiritual journey, and you can use it as advanced or a pro. The first thing when you go into a bookshop or something and you're drawn to a card deck is a visual thing. That was the thing why I choose a card deck when I'm in a bookshop. And I think this is a very, very special energy. And we created it with friends too. It all came together. A friend of mine created the graphic design, and another friend who helped me 2 times with your workshop, Simone, who's really a jewel for me.
She's a powerhouse.
Yes, she is. Who knows about dealing with a publisher in another country? Who knows what can have we to do to bring it through the border or something? We have no idea. So yes, of course I do it on my own. I'm the publisher, no problem. And then questions, you have no idea, only question marks in your head. But everything was guided. We have help. Whenever we ask somebody, everybody has helped us. It was very harmonious to work with you and with Vivian, and that was not a question that we can manage it, and we did it in 4 months.
I'm going to question that time span probably indefinitely, because usually things take so much longer, don't they? But yeah, here we are. It's quite amazing, and that leads me on, like, you, all of these beautiful energies, all of these beautiful cards. Do you have a favorite one, Miriam?
Yes, I have 2 of them.
Ooh.
And of course, because I'm very connected to Egypt, it's Pyramid of Light. And that's for me a very powerful portal. I shared it on Facebook some months ago. You can see it very well, I think.
There you go.
That's my favorite one. It's not easy to say what is my favorite because I love them all of 44 of them. And initiation, ascension into the light and protection, because pyramid is always a protection. And yes, that is one of my favorite, and the other one is the Merkaba. Because we have platonic and holy bodies as well in this card. And the Merkaba came through and wanted to be a single card. The vehicle of the soul travel, you know.
Absolutely.
Beautiful, yeah.
Gorgeous artwork.
You can't see the glorious colors and shimmering. Light vehicle, cosmic connection, and star journeys as the subtitle.
Well, like you, I mean, I find it very difficult. That's my favorite for today. They're all so beautiful, but this one particularly stands out for me very, very powerfully. Monad, Soul Family. Oh, yeah. Just looking at the artwork that Vivian's brought through, and also particularly for me at the moment, working with the Monad, working with the Soul Family, it's mission critical. That's got a very, very strong resonance for me. This one keeps on. And of course, Monad, Soul Family, your light family, your oversoul, your soul origin. Those of you that know the construction of the Monad, it's 144 beings or points of consciousness, your soul family, basically, your light brothers and your sisters. And an oversoul is the division of 12 within the monads. So there's 12 families of oversouls within the monad, each comprising of 12 of your closer soul brothers and sisters. So this has all been coming through really strongly for me for some time now. Light crystals, and for those of you might have heard me speak about the crystalline codes of Atlantis. There's a very special symbol in the center of there. That represents the symbol of Thoth and also is attuned to the temple of knowledge and wisdom in Atlantis. When that particular symbol was handed to Vivian to create the work for the cards, she was kind of like blown off her fairy stool, basically, and said, that's oh my God, that's incredibly important. And has managed to recreate that symbol so that I feel very, very strongly it's a very, very special symbol for me. I'm very, very closely attuned to it. It works with the crown chakra, Thoth, Temple of Wisdom. It's my favorite card, basically. So that's light crystals. Communication with the levels of light, your divine signature, and also the higher meaning, the connection of your crown to your higher master wisdom, which is something which I've been working on for years. So those are my two.
Beautiful. I can understand it totally. It's so important to work with the monad and the crown as well at the moment. That's what I am experiencing at the moment. The crown is opening more and more and more and couldn't be enough opened. And the monad is also very important. I think it's a time now to meet our soul family members, and it doesn't matter to whom you are speaking, everybody's longing for them. It is time now to reconnect. That's what I think. It's very important.
Really well said. There's nothing more important, especially for those that have been on the light path for a considerable period of time, because also alongside monads awakening, soul family, we're now actually beginning to see evidence of people that maybe we thought were going to remain asleep for forever actually beginning to wake up. And it's like, oh my God, you're here, I recognize you. And that heart connection sparks up. And that's something which is kind of a little bit exclusive for 2024. It's something really wonderful that we're all recognizing that's happening around us at the moment. So it's almost like all these wonderful things are happening alongside the messages that are coming through from the cards. It's brilliant.
If you can do it later on the year, they have to be created now at this special moment. We found a special, perfect place to create them in the middle of the year. Yeah,
we did. Pull a card each. So what message comes through to both of us as we're recording together? So Ladies first.
I should shuffle, you think?
Watch
It
the
could be
cards
only
fly
karmic
over.
revenge
It'll feel
because
like a
I laughed
fountain.
about. Yes, I will bet that it happened to me again. Okay, yeah, thank you. Can you give me a stop? You can connect with me and then you give me a stop. Will we work with? Okay, perfect. I close my eyes.
Happy shuffling.
Don't disturb me.
Don't drop them.
I dropped one. Okay, there should be two. I continue.
Pick your card.
You said stop. Oh, soul stars chakra. Very important as well at the moment. Yes. The holds of a mentee, gifts, ability, and talents. You talked about in last night, as well as the soul star. We did the activation with the beautiful rays. And yes, the other one who plopped out was creation sacred chakra is important as well. It's beautiful artwork.
So what's that? The sacral chakra. That ties in very much with the monad and the soul family that we were just talking about, because obviously the awakening and the recognition and the drawing in of the soul family, a lot of that is created by the harmonized sacral chakra. So I like that. I like the connection.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm going to pull one now. Hopefully we won't see a fountain of cards. So tell me when.
Stop.
Okay. What have we got?
So my beautiful.
Again, what we're just talking about with the sacral activation, see a little bit of a theme coming on here this morning. Brilliant.
Yeah.
The soulmate is soul magnetism, eternal unconditional love, and that all again ties in with the activation of the monad, the activation of the sacral, drawing in. If you're feeling at the moment a little bit kind of lost amongst a crowd, or maybe experiencing a little bit of soul loneliness, be assured that these beings, you're not going to be alone for much longer. There's a huge recalling of all of our soul family, our soulmates, the reflections, people that you've worked with in the past, people that you're connected to, your monad, your oversoul. All of these activations are occurring all around us at the moment, and it's going to be like a grand coming home party, and we're just getting warmed up. So hang on in there.
Perfect. I'm really amazed how all this fits together this morning. Really,
and it has to be that way, definitely.
And perhaps we can talk additionally about our symbol on the back of the cards.
Ooh, yes.
Because that's another thing that is very important for us to work, or for the content. That is the higher heart symbol, exactly the ink, and the toric field that represents the heart consciousness, the open 5-dimensional heart area,
Well, this is it. We've got kind of like almost like a pre-programmed picture of what our energy fields are like and what the heart does and what the chakras have been doing in the past. But there's a very much upgraded version of ourselves stepping into effect at the moment. I've always seen the Ankh as the key to the 5th dimensional heart center. It was initially in Atlantean times, especially in Golden Atlantis, the Ankh represented the key to the 5th dimensional heart center, the higher heart. As the energy devolved after the fall of Atlantis, the Ankh became attuned to the 3rd dimensional version of the sacral chakra, and that's not where it's supposed to sit. It's a key for the heart. And of course, like the field, almost, how did you describe it, Miriam? The
toric field, a self-renewing energy field fueled by the heart consciousness.
Absolutely. Nothing is more powerful on this ascension pathway. So that is why that beautiful visual was picked for each of the reverse side of the cards. Thank you for mentioning that.
Thank you, my pleasure.
We have got a 1-hour live Q&A coming up in the not too distant future.
Yes, we have.
And it's going to be on the 26th of June. Put this date in your diaries, everybody. 26th of June at UK time, European German time. So make sure that you are there for that. Obviously, it will be advertised on both my website, www.timwild.com, and your website as well, Miriam. So where can people find you?
They can find me via Facebook or Instagram, and as well by my website, www Seelen meine Stimme. I type it below.
Does that translate to the soul's voice?
Yes, exactly.
The
That's
voice
what
of the
I
soul.
chose. Find the name, and this came through the soul voice, and that's why I love to work with the Akashic records as well. I translate the voice of your soul.
Good
Thank
choice.
you.
Well, it's been an absolute honor and a pleasure to be here with you this morning, Miriam. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
And we will look forward to seeing you all again soon.
Yeah, I can't wait to see you there.
Likewise.
Lots of love. Bye.
You want to